Welcome back. All right, so Winnipeg, making it look easy, kind of. And this was a game that was very, very physical. I will say this. I will say this. This is a series where if there had been fans in Edmonton tonight, there would have been a lot of oohing and awing about the hits. Probably would have also been some booing going on about the hits. I'll go ahead and wager that Oiler fans wouldn't have been happy with some of the physicality being thrown at the Oilers, and maybe at the fact too that the Oilers weren't answering back necessarily as much as Oiler fans might have liked. But in the end, the Jets get it done on the road. All right, early chances went to the Jets, but the early chances weren't be hitting the net either. What was hitting was the hitting. There were 9 combined hits through the first 2.5 minutes of the game. No shots, 9 hits, telling you that the Jets had a game plan coming into this. Physically punish the Oilers. Let's go back to last year in the play-in round. How did the Flames take them out? They did the same thing. So, 5 of those 9 hits were for the Jets. Draisaitl had a shot that was blocked. Jets relying on hits and defense in this. Sounds like a really interesting plan. And of course, the best you can do is hope to contain McDavid. You can't fully stop him, right? Pullman had a shot that was stopped. The shots were only 2-0 for the Jets at 5.5 minutes. Again, this was all about the hitting, really. Vesalainen then was denied by Smith. Vesalainen tonight might be the best I've seen him look in the NHL. No word of a lie here. Scheifele then was denied as the Jets pressed at the halfway mark. The Oilers only had 2 shots in the first 11 minutes. So you're on the road. You're out hitting the Oilers. You're out shooting the Oilers. You're out chancing the Oilers. Everything looks smooth sailing for now. Don't worry, because Connor Hellebuck is in some beast mode that would show up later. Connor with a fast break, but no shot as he decided to pass it rather than shoot. So, Connor, shoot when you get that opportunity. Don't pass it off. Things get scrummy after Archibald hit DeMello. And when I say hit, it kind of looked like he ended him. But, so that was a nice one. Jets then turned it over to Draisaitl. I don't recommend that. I kept telling the Flames to stop passing it to Draisaitl during reviews. I'm going to tell the Jets the same thing. Don't give it to Leon Draisaitl. Thankfully, that shot was then saved by Connor Hellebuck, who probably grumbled something under his breath. And the game was opening up late. And I thought, watch McDavid in the second period, because things are opening up, and that's where McDavid shines, right? Things get kind of scrummy and sloppy at the horn. So these teams not liking each other a whole lot, or very much. Whole much doesn't make sense at all. It's too many review videos all back to back to back to back, but we're going to do another one after this one. So second period, early Puljujarvi chance gets caught. Oilers had the early press in this. Nugent Hopkins was absolutely robbed as well. The Jets were on their heels. It looked like the Oilers were going to take this game over. Neil tips a McDavid shot, but that was saved as well. The Oilers press at 6 minutes. McLeod narrowly misses making it 1-0, which would have been his first playoff goal in his career. The Oilers were pushing the play a lot, and eventually one of them goes in. It's Puljujarvi, scoring from Barrie and Nurse at 8:24. And then the Jets, still on their heels. The Oilers pressing for more. And then Tucker Poolman, of all people, gets a goal to tie it up from Wheeler and Thompson at 11:01. So it's a tie game. But then the Oilers end up getting a power play. It was a high sticking penalty on the Jets. And, what ends up happening? Well, Chason had a tip that was saved. McDavid had a shot as well. That was saved. And the Jets / Connor Hellebuck, they kill it off. So we go to the third period. A good start for the Jets. The Oilers then nearly got one from Yamamoto, who was taking a lot of physical punishment tonight. Yamamoto's got to be pretty beat up tonight. Cahoon then had a shot that was gloved and held on to by Hellebuck. There was a net pass to Scheifele that just wouldn't go, as both teams were trying to get that goal. But the shots were 3-1 for the Oilers at 5 minutes, and I was fully expecting the Oilers to get that goal and then start piling on, because that's sort of what they do now. Vesalainen was denied by Smith again, so he had a really good opportunity. Again, best I've seen him play in the NHL. Draisaitl then had a chance that was saved as well. And then it looked like it was a crossbar, or was it? So Stanley gets the shot, and it looked like it was off the crossbar, but Harder Ryan knew He knew. He said that didn't sound right. I think it was he said didn't sound right, and he thought it had gone in. So while they're debating about whether or not it hit the crossbar, the horn sounds. Here's where it's funny. That the horn sounds, and immediately the Jets start celebrating the goal. Logan Stanley had no idea what was going on. He had no idea why the horn had sounded. Why? And I mean, they told him pretty quick. But it was funny because the belief was it was probably his goal. So they celebrate and they review it, and sure enough, the puck went in at 10:46. But it's Tony Nato who deflected it in front of the net, and it ends up in the back of the net. So Stanley gets the assist. Thompson with the assist as well. That's Thompson's second assist of the game. Who saw Nate Thompson getting multiple points in this game? So it's 2-1 in favor of the Jets. Pullman and Tony Nato. Now I keep hearing Tony Nato. Having watched him in multiple locations, I'm 99% sure it's Tony Nato. Just from Florida, from Colorado, Tony Nato. Wheeler then tried to add to the lead. Stastny also tried a wraparound. He was pretty sure that went in. He looked back a couple of times, but no, it was saved right on the goal line. Strong play by the Jets. And then Nurse and Tony Nato got into it a little bit, kind of unfriendly. Maybe Tony Nato saying, hey, I noticed you got an assist. You know what's better than an assist? A goal. I have a goal. So you have an assist. We're ahead because I have a goal. Did you get it? You didn't get a goal. I got a goal. That's the conversation in my head that I heard between the two of them. Scheifele was also out there shot blocking. What's impressing me in the playoffs, and honestly, this is the difference between regular season and playoffs. You start seeing guys blocking shots who during the season probably don't block as many shots as they do in the playoffs. Playoff time, it's all right. Everybody's just going all out and cares about your health. Go out there and just block everything. And it makes for some really interesting hockey. Perreault then elbowed Yamamoto. There was no call on that. Series is getting pretty chirpy, and that's one of those things that next game Yamamoto may remember, or one of his teammates. More than likely, one of his teammates will remember and have words with Matthew Perreault about that. Hellebuck then absolutely robs Draisaitl. The Jets were guilty of hanging on in the second half of this third period. They were definitely guilty of hanging on. They ice it, which of course makes it worse, because it's a dangerous game to be icing it against the Oilers, because they can either throw Draisaitl and McDavid out there, or in all likelihood they're probably already out there, but you're probably pretty tired when you ice it, right? Bear was then denied. Heavy press by the Oilers with 4 minutes left. So they pull the goalie with 2 minutes left. They're down by 1. The Jets this year, it feels like they score a lot of empty net goals. And tonight, the empty net goals make this score look a lot more one-sided than it really was. First, it's Connor from Scheifele at 18-13. So your big names get on the board with an empty netter. And then it's Wheeler who gets a goal to go with the assist he had earlier in the game from Connor and Scheifele at 18:45. So Connor and Scheifele pick up a couple of points on empty netters, and again, makes the game look more lopsided than it was. The Jets win 4-1. They win the first game in this series. The North is alive and well. And yeah, the Jets, they steal home ice advantage. So if Edmonton wins game 2, that ties it up. Winnipeg just has to hold serve at home. That's been a problem for them over the last couple of years. We'll see whether or not they're able to win on home ice. But before we get there, you got game 2 in Edmonton. And so on Friday night, Edmonton's going to be looking to answer to this. Because remember, games 3 and 4 are back-to-backs as well. So if the Jets come out and win game 2, they could make this a very quick series. The Oilers need to wake up quickly here. Shots in this were only 6 apiece in the first period. Second period, the Oilers outshoot them badly, 16-8. Third period, the shots were 11-8 for Edmonton. Final shots 33-22 for the Oilers. They also had the only power play of the game. Connor Hellebuck is doing it again. The stats would tell you the Oilers outplayed the Jets, but Hellebuck says no. Hits 68-49 in favor of the Jets. A lot of hitting in this. Remember, that's 117 hits in 60 minutes. Block shots 19-8 for Winnipeg. Hellebuck saved 32 out of 33 in the win. Smith saves 18 out of 20 in the loss. It's not on Smith. Hellebuck was just absolutely fantastic tonight. And yeah, the Jets get the 1-0 series lead. So, got to congratulate my wife on that. That wasn't, it was 5 minutes after that Bruins game ended in double overtime? Feels like it. Feels like it. When that Bruins game went into double overtime, I was like, oh, all my reviews are going to be so late tonight because, well, these times work out. So, if there's any quadruple overtimes in these playoffs, prayers are welcome. I welcome in the first round. Second round and beyond, it's not a big deal. But first round is usually where we see the more hotly contested, closer series where you can get those really long overtimes. Yeah, so Winnipeg's up 1-0. Can they knock off the Oilers? Or are the Oilers going to be really angry this game and come out and start to assert themselves in game 2? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And I got this hat, before anybody asks, I got this hat through the Jets team store. They have their fan appreciation of 40% off. So this was 40% off. I'm like, that'll match this nicely. Which I think they're retiring the Heritage jerseys anyways. I'm pretty sure the white one's going. I don't know about the blue one, but not too shabby. All right. Thank you guys so much for all your support. And the channel passed 191,000 subscribers today. So thank you guys so much for the 191,000 subscription thing that you've done. I don't ask people to ring the bell because of nights like tonight where I'm posting a lot of videos late. Because the bell gets obnoxious. So thank you guys so much for all your support. And if you have rang the bell, thank you for that. I'll try to make it as non-obnoxious as possible. Maybe at some point I can award you this fantastic Dundee Award. I was actually gonna talk about this Dundee Award in the review for the Canucks and Flames game today, and award the Dundee to the Flames, but by the time that game ended and then I was doing the review, I had like very little time before the game started for tonight, so it just slipped my mind. It was just sitting right next to me here, and after I finished, I went, oh, I forgot to mention the Dundee. So this is one of those props that I bought years ago that I finally want to start using it a little bit now. And if you don't know what the Dundies are, then you probably don't watch The Office, and that's a great sadness. All right, thanks for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.